February 20th, 2020. A crazy day for your emotions, an awesome day to analyze them, to sort them out, to heal them, and to move forward. Watch right now as we get into it. Welcome to the channel. This is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration, and this here is the channel for light workers, indigos, starseeds, light beings. You came to the right place if you want to understand how all the energies, astrology, tarot, psychic, mediumship, empathic, all of that, how it all helps you to grow, how it helps you serve your purpose, and how we can move forward. That's what we do right here on this channel. So listen, guys, February 20th, 2020 is another portal. From all the research that I've done and the insight and just the intuitive messages I've been getting, this is all about emotional analytics. It's going to be a roller coaster, okay? A roller coaster of emotions coming into the analytical time of the moon being in Aquarius by the end of this, and also squaring Uranus. A lot is happening. We're going to get right into it, okay? Overnight, the moon is going to be conjunct to Pluto. That type of transit, okay, brings deep feelings up. Thank God it's happening overnight for most of us, okay? Thank you. Okay, so these deep feelings can overwhelm you, okay? Any type of like a personal interaction might trigger some deep emotions that you thought you were like cool with, you thought you had taken care of. But that's what Pluto does, especially in Capricorn. It really gets to that deep down feeling of an emotional thought processes and just the emotions, the energy we put into motion around our achievements, around our structures, around how we earn money, around our stabilities. All of this, it shakes it up and makes us look at ourselves on a very deep level. How not only we interact with ourselves, but how we interact with the world around us, and definitely how we're interacting with Source. Remember, light workers, remember light beings, period. Our main goal here is to not only remember why we came here, but then to execute it. We need to be healing, we need to be moving, we need to be stretching, we need to be building our empires in the light realm. You came here for a purpose and a plan. You came here to do something. You agreed to do it and you wanted to do it. Pluto and Capricorn makes you look at the why behind the what. And it forces you to say, how I'm doing things is not going to carry me through the next 30, 40 years. How I'm doing things hasn't worked up until now. And so as Pluto's coming into the last degrees of Capricorn, that transformative energy is going to get much more intense. And it is a personal transformative energy. The moon is a personal emotional planet, but this is just a transit, guys. Okay? Understand that while this transit is happening, dreams, visions, psychic impressions, all that's going to be on point, like, right? It's going to be on point. So you may have some profound insights as to what has heretofore been base triggers, things that have happened to you in either this life at an early age or potentially past lives. But if it's really like overwhelming to you, talk to somebody. If you've got a spiritual counselor, a counselor, a psychologist, whatever, but talk to somebody. A really good friend that understands you, talk to somebody. Talk through it. Don't sit in it. Don't get depressed. This is just a transit, but this is to help you grow so that we don't encounter these triggers and we don't deal with them in the same way again. Okay? It's really important that you do that. It's critical. That's what this moon. Take care not to overact, though. Don't overreact to these emotions because they are just emotions. When past memories come up, they are just that. They're in the past. And they're coming up because we are now able to handle it. We're now able to look at it as an empowered being and not as the disempowered being that we were before. Take the energy that's coming up. Don't sit in it. Look at it. Analyze it. Just be like, why is this here? Okay, so meditation. Really be in touch with your higher self tomorrow. Okay, I can't stress that enough. Really be in touch with your higher self tomorrow. But be Be really rational. Be very conscious. And I know I'm talking about emotions, but you do not want to hold on to this energy that has been triggered to come up to the surface. It's bubbling up to the surface so we can boil it on off. Shine some light on that and boil it off. Okay? Sit in the steam room, whatever you got to do. The, energetic steam room, the sauna, boil it off. Okay? That's what we have to do. If you can take this emotion and look at it from an abstract point of view and see it for what it is and see what the protections that you felt like you had to put in place, that you don't need them anymore, and you take back your power from them, it can really, really help you be much more emotionally fulfilled in all of your relationships. Also, you may encounter some manipulative, controlling behaviors during 2020. Some people may end up being jealous. Child, this is going to be a narcissist field day tomorrow. So if you happen to know any, and I know a few, and if you happen to watch any, I've seen a few on YouTube, you be aware. There's going to be some jealousy running around here, guilt tripping, manipulation, twisting of words, twisting of events, all of this, intimidation. Don't fall for it. Okay? Don't fall into that trap. It's just a trap. It's just an illusion. Right? It's just my imagination running away with me. It's their imagination. Don't you take it in and make it a reality. See, we take this emotion, we add our energy to this emotion that they've put in motion towards us, the energy they've put in motion towards us, and then we take it in and we wrap it up and we send it right back out. And then we manifest that very thing. Don't let them do that. Put your guards up. Put your shields up tomorrow. Shields up. Okay, shields up. Stay in meditation. And if it triggers you, go back and figure out why. Are you feeling invalidated? Are you feeling like people don't accept you? Are you feeling like, everybody's out to get you? Those kinds of feelings, you need to check yourself on first. Because those are programs that you have allowed yourself to continue to buy into as an adult, that have been put into you as a child or as a teenager. Somewhere along the line, you gave up your power and you allowed somebody to tell you were less than what you are. Now, that doesn't mean you need to puff up your chest and say, oh, I'm this, I'm that, da-da-da-da, because that still tells me you're less than what you think, you're less than what you are. The powerful ones walk quietly in their power, but they know they have it. Take your power back. Now, here we go with the next one. Moon conjunct Saturn. So as the moon kind of flips around and swings around, as the moon swings around Pluto, then it's going to encounter Saturn at its most potent placement in its home of Capricorn, moving into its second home of Aquarius. This is going to add some seriousness to the emotions. This is why I'm saying the triggers are going to be real. The struggles will be real. Tomorrow, they will appear very real. You have got to get your emotions under control tomorrow and constrained, so you do not manifest a bunch of negativity. So you don't bring all this back into you and back on you, or that you do not continue to go through these cycles. This is a very strong, quick opening, okay? You might have to deal with some other, this is more the jealousy, the intimidation, all of this. There's going to be some negative energies. Let's just call a spade a spade. There's going to be some negative energies you're going to have to deal with tomorrow, okay? There's negativity. Other people that are not on the same path and not as elevated as you, perhaps they've been on the same path. They've allowed themselves to fall back into some negative spaces. There could be some drama involving your home, involving your parents, involving your children or your partner, any close relationships, okay? It could potentially be very trying. These are things I'm warning you about. They don't necessarily have to happen. God willing, they don't. But this is kind of the prevailing energy. If you feel like things around you have been ratcheting up, oh yeah. And we may see an explosion. Women are people that are operating in heavy divine feminine energy, right? You know, there are some men that operate in a lot of divine feminine energy. We all have it. Women in particular may be the source of this sadness, though. So women, I'm going to need you to keep your ish together. If you've been having kind of tete-a-tetes or little squabbles with women, it could ratchet up a little bit. They could really want to come at you. You got to just be like, look, it's on you. It's not on me. This is just emotion. When people present themselves, when people show you who they are tomorrow, believe them. Women, we may experience some hardship as well. Let me see what else I wrote down here. Exposing your emotional invulnerabilities to yourself or to others, and opening up to loved ones and opening up to yourself. Be real with yourself. Open up about your vulnerabilities, because this is how you get the healing. This is where you learn the lesson. You don't learn a lesson by not diving deep into the literature, right? When you're being taught things in school, there's a reason why there's entire chapters on specific subjects. There's a reason why you have to show your work when you're doing algebra or trigonometry or, any type of math. Because we got to see deep down how you arrived at the answer that you got to. If I only see the problem and then I see how you solved the problem, I can't tell you, you can't tell you where you may have gone wrong in solving the problem. Saturn is about lessons. It's the great teacher. So all of this is bubbling to the surface. We got to let it boil over. We got to release the steam so we can see where the darn steam's been coming from. Where is this problem so we can solve it and move forward? Okay? If there's emotional issues happening in your life, be done with this mess tomorrow. See what it is and then meditate on it and release it. Let it go. See why it's hitting you so hard. Why is it hitting me? Learn the lesson so we don't have to go back through it again. You are probably going to find that you're going to be wanting also, as then the moon. Now that's early morning as well, that transit. We move into the afternoon and the moon enters into Aquarius. So we've had all of this whoosh happening. And it's probably happening right now. Keep it a buck. Now we move into Aquarius. The moon moves into Aquarius. Now we are able to look at all of this in a very practical, almost devoid of emotion attitude. Now the emotions calm down, right? Because we have a waning moon. It's calming down now. This is a time that you're going to be able to look at things from a practical rather than personal, and rather impersonal rather than personal point of view, and see people for who they are. This is going to be a time where you're going to be like, okay, I see that this group, I'm analyzing what's been said. I've analyzed what's been done. I'm analyzing all of this. This ain't the group for me. I need to move over here. Don't make any quick decisions though, but just lay it out. Pros and cons, lay it out. But analyze yourself first from an impersonal, from an outside point of view. Analyze yourself before you go to analyzing everybody else. Why is it hitting me? Why did it trigger me? What emotions and what memories did all of this bring up? It's in realizing what the memories were that came up that we are able to then transform our current life from how we've looked at everything from the past life. And by the past life, I mean even your childhood. That's part of your past. It's not your current. It can't currently hurt you. So why are we carrying those wounds from the past into the current and then trying to carry them on into the future? Don't do that. This moon in Aquarius, afternoon into the evening, is going to help us to do that. You will be open to new methods of doing things. You may find yourself able to brainstorm in a new way, set new goals for the future, see things clearly, okay? And be progressive in the changes, okay? Personal freedom is the most important thing to us right now. During this Aquarius moon, we need to set ourselves free from the past, set ourselves free from people that may be holding us back, maybe triggering us, maybe whatever, but we got to set ourselves free from it and find the personal freedom of expression and life. Trying something new or setting yourself for new goals is always a good time for that. And finally, the end of this moon transit, by the evening, as the moon is moving through Aquarius on its way to the new moon on the 23rd, it's going to square Uranus. So we've done all of this. We've had the emotional roller coaster highs and lows in the morning. We've had an afternoon to analyze all of this. And now we may feel like, oh, we want to talk to folks about all this stuff. I would talk to people that are really grounded, okay? I wouldn't like start bringing up your issues with people. Tomorrow night, you could end up being in a huge argument. You're going to feel some type of way. This is going to cause rapid mood changes, swings. It could cause very impulsive reactions. You might be a little jumpy, a lot less patient, all of that stuff for anything that's going to require some commitment or some focus. So listen, it's not the time to necessarily do anything boring, but it's also not the time to be trying to have some deep conversation about, every time, baby, that you say this to me, it brings up the fact that when I was 12, Sally Mae on the playground would come and, throw a ball at me when we was trying to play dodgeball, but she really threw it extra hard and it was a problem. Okay? You need to relax. Breathe before you speak. Your instincts are going to be strong. They're going to be quick. It's going to be it's going to be a reflex, like a jump. You're going to be froggy. Okay? Take a step back, because it's not going to be that accurate. That Uranus, it's a quick move past Uranus. So there's no point in sitting in that and causing problems when there's none. Okay? Don't make rash decisions in close relationships. Okay? So you might, for instance, it's Thursday night. It's ladies' night at a lot of places. You might be feeling some type of way about your significant other and be like, man, he ain't this, he ain't that. This is not the time for you to go out and find somebody else to spend the night with. Okay? Boom. No. Date night, something different, but don't go out looking for some new boo. Not tomorrow. Okay? Not tomorrow. There may also be some emotional outbursts with your family members or friends, and you might want to pop off, but I'm just going to ask for you to breathe and talk through it. Because again, it's an emotional transit. Then we'll take it back to meditation and analyze it and see. This 2020 portal is actually an excellent time for you to learn how to analyze your emotions on the fly and gain control of them on the fly and not react immediately, but instead breathe and react from a higher self vantage point rather than the lower vibrational solar plexus, sacral, and root chakra. I'm just going to pop off. It's going to be one, I'm about that life. No. This is a time for you to get yourself together. This is a trying day for you to learn how not to jump off. You can grab that power from your higher self, from source, from God, from spirit, from creator. However source has revealed itself to you, you can do it. I have faith in you. I have trust in you. Okay? So now, as you go through 2020 tomorrow, drop some comments below. If you already have an idea about who this could be about, drop some comments below. I'm here to talk you through it. Okay? Just don't jump off. Just don't jump off tomorrow, okay? Keep your emotions in check. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. I so appreciate you. Come back. Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. I really do appreciate your support. Check my website out, heartofinspiration.net, if you wish to work with me. Until next time, peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you. today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love each and every one of you. Live life in spirit. Namaste. Bye-bye.